Hello, my beautiful witches. Blessed be. This is Boy Raven over here. Today is Monday. So happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. I am super excited and I had a lot of fun this morning finishing the prep for this video, researching and reading different stuff, reading different opinions of people on this video that we're going to do today. And this is in regards how to help people that die move on into the other side. Right? This sounds really mundane, guys, but you guys ask me about this a lot, and I've been wanting to make a video on this for the longest time. So I finally got to do a video, and believe it or not, this is the third time I filmed this video today. So I really hope you guys learn from it. I really hope I get to change a little bit your perspective and your take on death. That not necessarily is a bad thing to have spirits around, or not necessarily all the spirits that are out there there to like suck your soul. They're not necessarily evil, right? A lot of spirits need our assistance, and I think I have shared with you guys a witch talk on this topic. Not all the spirits out there are necessarily bad. The spiritual world is going to be the same way this realm is. You're gonna have good people, bad people, awesome people, loving people, hateful people, stupid people. You're gonna have a little bit of that in the spiritual world. I do think spirits tend to be a little bit smarter than what we are, but I don't know because I haven't been there yet that I can't remember. All right, guys. So as you can see over here, I have beautiful Mother Hecate. I have a wolf, little figurine. You can also have a dog figurine. I have keys. Very important. I need you to have a white candle and some benzoin resin and something sharp to carve your candle. And before I go to the ritual, I want to talk to you guys about a few books that have helped me throughout my path and that I want to share with you guys. And I'm going to share with you what are Psychopomps. When I started my path in witchcraft, I was coming from a Christian family. I have shared many times with you guys that my dad was a minister for a Protestant church for 25 years. So I was legit raised in the Protestant church. So needless to say, anything that had to do with witchcraft was linked to Satan and going to hell. So I always had the call. I always knew I was a witch. And I've shared this with you too all my life since I have use of reason. Since I was a teeny little weeny girl, I knew I was a witch. And this is one of the books that helped me make that transition. It is the book that I recommend to every single one of you guys that ask me for a book. I always tell you about Silver Raven Wolf's Book of Shadow for the New Regeneration, because this book is amazing. It helped me do that transition peacefully, without thinking that Satan was going to come out of under my bed and drag me to hell. All right, so I recommend this book to anybody that had that fear on witchcraft. Silver Raven is a Wicca priestess. I think she's a priestess. I'm not sure. I think she is. She's Wicca. I am not Wicca. So her beliefs are very different from mine. But generally speaking, we believe the same thing. Okay. You're going to learn how to do a circle in here, how to cut a circle, instruments, things. So many things in this book, guys. So I highly, highly recommend. And it's because of this book, in which she also recommends a lot of books for you to read. This woman is a genius. So again, I recommend you guys to get in touch with her. In her book, she recommended this book, Journey of Soul by Dr. Michael Newton. And if I tell you that this book absolutely and completely changed my life, that's an understatement. This blew my mind. It was just created an explosion in my brain. And the doors and the possibilities that this book opened for me, it's beyond still my own comprehension. I got to see things in a way that I always knew in my heart, but this guy put these ideas of mine into words. This is a study of cases of life between lives. He's a hypnotherapist. And for 30 years, he was hypnotizing people and taking them to past lives. And you're going to know a lot about the spiritual world, the soul world, what happened after we died. You don't need to believe it, okay? This is just what I love, and I really love this book. And I incline to believe, and I want to believe that this is what happened when I die, okay? So I'm sharing it with you guys because it was that important to me. And the thing is that once you read this book, you see death and life so differently. Yes, we all suffer. We're humans. We don't want our loved ones to part without, and the idea of not seeing people we love for a very long time, or the idea of people dying an awful death or painful death or any death. We don't want our loved ones to part, right? But once you read this book, it's such a healing tool, and you understand what death is all about and the amazingness of death. All right, I don't want to die in any way, shape, or form, but I know in my heart that the moment that I die is going to be a great adventure. I'm just going to really go into a great adventure, and that's the vision I have on death. Okay. Now, of course, my beautiful and amazing, beloved, the baddest of the badasses, Miss Judica Ellis with her Encyclopedia of 5,000 Spells. Again, you guys know I have all of her books. But I was looking in this book too because she has a chapter in this book that has to do with necromancy. So necromancy, again, is not necessarily working with bad stuff. All right, necromancy pertains to people that is dead. So what happens when we die? Through different lives and existence in this world, and this planet that we call Mother Earth, different cultures have looked at death differently. We do have something in common, believe it or not, and they are called psychopomps. Psychopomps comes from the word psychopompus, which is a Greek word that it means guide. That's all it means. All right. So in different generations, different traditions, different countries, different races, different people, different religions, every single religion, we all have something in common, and they're called psychopomps. So these are the guides that are going to help us transition. Right? So when we close our eyes and we cease to exist in this realm, in this flesh, what happened with our spirit? Right? Because a lot of the times you want to help a person move on, a spirit move on, because you feel it around you, because you feel like that person is still around and is suffering. You have either dreams or you're actually clairvoyant and you can see them and feel them and hear them. Or maybe you have moved to a house and you feel like you have spirits in your house and they're just stuck. Remember that time for us is not the same as time for spirits. Time is very relative and time is very human. So it's in this realm, and this is in our brain. We have this knowledge in our brain, but the way time moves for a spirit is very different than the way that time moves for us. All right. So for all you care, they've been in this house for 100 years. But in reality, it's probably a day for them. So what I'm trying to tell you with this is I'm going to help you move the spirits. How cool is that, guys? He's very kind. He's very kind trying to do this. So I got some notes over here because I didn't want to forget anything. I think this is really important. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about psychopomps and then different cultures and traditions. So in Christian religion, psychopomps can be angels, for example, like Gabriel, like Archangel Michael. They are psychopomps. They help the deceased move along. They take you by the hand and they help you do the transition. So if you feel like For example, you try to help somebody to move on, a disease, a spirit to move on, a friend that died that you think is still stuck, a family member that you think is still stuck, and you come in, the person is Christian, or the person, the deceased person, believe in angels and stuff like that, then it's going to be very kind if we just use angels. What I'm trying to tell you with this is try not to use, if you know the disease, okay, if you know the disease. Try not to use something that's going to scare the disease, but try to use something that the disease can't relate to. Okay? So what else are psychopomps? Gods and deities, like Anubis, for example, right? God Anubis, Mother Hecate, which is the one that we're going to be using today. Hades and Persephone, Baron Semide in Voodoo, the Valkyries, Freya. There's just so many, guys, so many. Animals, guys. Animals are psychopomps. And in that you can add pets, your deceased pets. They could be waiting for you to help you make the transition. Birds like owls, eagles, ravens, bees. Bees have been found in a lot of burial sites. And they're believed to be also psychopomps, right? Dolphins. I mean, the sky is the limit, but these are some of the ones that I wanted to share with you guys. Something very peculiar. The Eskimos, for the Eskimos, the Aurora Borealis is a psychopomp. The Northern Light is supposed to light the path for the deceased, so they can actually move on easier. They have light, right? Barnumbir. I love that name. It sounds like Isildur. It's an Australian morning star, and the Aboriginals believe that the star guides the way to the deceased. Friends and family that are already deceased a long time ago, they can come and help take that deceased one over here to move along. All right, let's see if I have anything else. Yeah, that's some of the stuff that I have in there. So those are some ideas that you can use. All right. What are some reasons that spirits linger? Why do spirits linger? I mean, you will think that the afterlife's got to be so awesome. I do not believe in hell, guys, and I don't believe in punishment. I believe in reincarnation, and I also believe that souls go from here to a place in which they clean up. Okay. So some of the reason why spirits linger. Sudden death. So the spirits is confused. They don't know, or they accept that they have died. Somebody that died in their sleep, somebody that's having a beautiful life, a happy life, and suddenly have a heart attack and drop dead. That is a person that may linger. Okay? Because they're confused. They don't know what's going on. I mean, it's got to take some time, I guess, to accept the fact that you're dead. I'm assuming. I don't know. A long death. People that die alone. I don't know about you, but I am very particular about my body, and I know this is a vessel, and it's very material, right? Flesh is all physical material, but there's something about me and decomposing. I don't want to decompose. So my daughter knows, Charlie knows that at the moment I close my eyes, she's got to burn me to ashes. And she already has an instruction when I want those ashes to be scattered. But I have an issue with decomposing. So for me, if something like that will happen to me and I'm dying in a place alone that nobody knows that I'm dead and I start to decompose, I think my spirit will be like freaking out. And I'll be like hunting everybody. Like I will be pulling your toes at night until you find my body and burn me, please. I'm pretty sure I would do that. I will be the ghost, like terrorizing you until you find my body and bury me properly or burn me to ashes. So people that's really attached to their bodies, you're gonna see some examples in this book about that. Murder victims, the spirits want to help solve their cases or help who killed them. They want some justice, correct? So those are people that may stay lingering. The fear, guys, fear of having their existence end. Like my existence ends. Like you still, with a little bit of that mentality of the human flesh, of the human brain, right? And you're in that 1 foot here, 1 foot here, and it's like, what's going on? You're still very attached to this planet, But, you know, over there they're telling you, you know, it's okay, it's all good. But you're still so obsessed with this. Like, oh my God, am I going to cease to exist? That's got to be kind of scary if you think about it. Unfinished business. Unfinished business, guys. You die suddenly, and maybe you were in the middle of renovating your house. You're in the middle of seeing your kids going to college. Unfinished business. Unfinished business. You, before you die, maybe you had a heart attack because you were going through so much hardship, because you had stress, because you needed some money to pay some debts. Unfinished business. That will keep somebody lingering. That will keep somebody lingering, and understandably so, right? I understand this. Guilt. People that commit suicide. I think this is the people that need the most help, because they have that guilt that they have left their loved ones behind. I think once you commit suicide, or you die of an overdose, for example, because you're using drugs and stuff like that, I think the guilt has to be very overpowering. And it takes a little bit of time for that soul, spirit, to catch up, you know, and realize it'll be okay. This was my destiny, or whatever it is. And you need to help that. You really need to help that spirit move along. And the living, guys. We probably are the main reason why most spirits linger and stay behind, because we don't let them move on. Again, this book over here is going to tell you ways that spirits try to communicate with you when they die, to let you know that they're okay, to give you some kind of like closure. And it's our suffering that completely blocks that communication. It's really hard for the spirits to communicate with us. All right? Especially after they die. So they usually come in dreams, but it's precisely your pain and suffering that does not let them communicate. All right. So do yourself a favor. Read this book. It's really easy to read. It's really awesome. It will change. I hope it changed your life like it did mine. Okay. So let's do the spell. Okay. Let's do the spell. We're going to summon an escort to help our spirit pass, elevate. All right. We're going to need a white candle. We're going to need a benzoin. This smells so good. And it's so thick. This is like really, 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 really thick. It's probably one of my favorite incense and resins, benzoin. Me and my man, sometimes when it's fresh outside and it's a good evening, we like to sit down outside, and I get my cauldron with some charcoal discs and we burn incense. I don't know if this happens to you, but I legit get really high on incense, and it's not a high like a drug high. Incense really transport me to another realm. I could be sitting down outside with my man, smelling the incense, and I usually, when I do that, I stay outside for a couple of hours, like 2 hours, meditating, listening to music. Sometimes I drink wine, and smelling the incense, and by the time I am done, I am legit like drunk with incense. It takes me to another realm, guys. So benzoin is one of those incense. So we're going to be using benzoin. All right. Make sure you have Mother Hecate, Queen of Witches. You have no idea how much respect I have for this energy. She is a force not to mess with. Okay. She is the queen of the crossroads. She has the keys for all the doors in life. She is the mother and protector of all hounds. Okay? So I want you to have a figure of her. The white candle, the oil, the resin, and Mother Hecate, and something sharp. This is one of my atamis. Something sharp to carve your candle with either the name of the person that you want to help elevate. If you do not know the name of the person, don't worry about it, guys. Just put the spirit that's hunting me, or the spirit that is like the intranquil spirit that is around. All right. So what are we going to do? We're going to get our white candle. And again, guys, this is all the way through. This is the second time I do this video, but I have started this video probably started it. Like, I'm not gonna like 7 times. What I like the most is that I keep the benzoin oil and resin in my fingers. It just smells so good. I keep sniffing my fingers. That's terrible, but it smells so good. I forgot. Carve the name. Again, guys, I've done this video so many times that I'm just lost. You're gonna carve the name of the person. I'm gonna carve the name of somebody here because a good friend of mine died a couple of days ago all by himself, and he was found after a couple of days of not going to work. So I'm pretty sure he's upset. So I'm going to help him out because he was my friend. My high school friend, as a matter of fact. So let me think a little bit. Okay, hold on, guys. So you anoint the candle. Oh, this smells so amazing. This benzoin that I got is from Moon Magic, and it was $6. This little baby bit. This is very little, okay, guys, but it's truly premium. All right. Once you focus, you make contact in your head, in your mind. Visualize this person. Visualize this spirit. And if, in my case, my friend, I visualize him maybe a little bit upset, a little bit sad that he has to leave, and conflicted about staying or leaving. So I am communicating with my friend, and I am talking to my friend, and I am just telling him, it's okay, you'll be fine. It's time for you to go and move along. So try to communicate with the spirit, visualize it, okay? Visualize it. Guys, spirits are not necessarily bad. I actually don't think they're bad at all. I think there's more good than bad out there. Let's light our candle. Now, Mother Hecate likes her petitions at night. She is a nocturnal deity. Darker realm deity. She's not evil. She's very temperamental. She's very strong. So she likes her petitions at night, and she likes her petition to be left in a crossroad. So I'm going to tell you now, if you're going to commit to do this spell with Mother Hecate, you need to find a crossroad. If you live in the city, chances are that means that you need to drive, because you will see more crossroads on countrysides. And that's not to say that you have to just park and dig. You can actually slow down and make a little bundle and just throw it out the window into the crossroad with some offerings from Mother Hecate. And keep on going, okay? If it takes to do that, do that. If you can stop and just put it there peacefully, do it. Chances are in this now and day, you just gotta just drop it in there and keep on going, all right? But you need to commit to find a crossroad. Okay, if you do not find a crossroad, make sure you go to a park, you go to a little forest around you, and you're going to leave the remnants of this spell with offerings to Mother Hecate. All right, so I have over here Mother Hecate, I have the hound, I have the 2 keys, because they're going to open the doors for my friend, for my spirit. Okay, it is light up. You are going to light the way. It's your task to light the way for the spirit. And let's chant this chant. Goddess Hecate, goddess of thresholds and crossroads, guardian of hounds and spirits, keeper of the key that opens all the doors. I call upon you on this day, on this night, to ask for your assistance. Please place your gaze upon my friend who has passed and has not found the way. Illuminate with your sacred torch the road and take him by the hand to the spirit realm so he can find eternal love. So mote it be. Send it. See it through. See the light, guys. Visualize it. Visualize it. A lot of friends visit after. You guys know that I have a few spirits here. My friend, I think, is gone. He wanted to smoke, so I think he's gone. But I welcome him every time he wants to come and visit. We need to change our perspective about the spiritual world. That's going to change so many things. We really need to change the perspective. We need to be more open. We cannot, it's impossible, guys, to comprehend the spiritual world with our human brain. It's impossible. Our brain is not made to comprehend that. Cannot fathom this. You cannot fathom the whole universe. We just cannot. So don't limit yourself. And don't think that things are the way it is because that's how your brain can think of it. Maybe we cannot think about it because it's so out of our reach. Just embrace how we live. Embrace the things that are out there. If you keep a positive attitude and a positive mentality, that's going to be your vibrations. And dark energies and dark entities are not going to be attracted to you. Dark attracts light. Light attracts light. They're not going to be attracted to you. That's not the vibration in which dark entities dwell and vibrate. Keep always a positive attitude. Always be positive. That's not to say that once in a while you will encounter something negative. There's always a reason behind everything. And unfortunately, not always we're going to understand the reasons behind darker entities around us. Maybe sometimes we need a little bit of darkness in our lives. I don't know. All right? But keep positive in your heart. Don't assume right away that something that has to do with spirits or what goes bump in the night is automatically out there to legit suck the soul out of your body. All right? Be open. Be a beacon for your spirit friend to move on. And that is very kind. It's very kind of you. So work on this because eventually you're going to die. Eventually I'm going to die. And I surely hope that I get all my spirits guiding me by the hand. I want grandma. I want a whole party waiting for me, let me tell you. I want all my dogs, my dog Tarzan, which was my first dog, my grandparents, my cousin Chela. I want everybody. My friend that comes here and visit me once in a while, I want them waiting for me because I want to see them again. And I want them to guide me to this spiritual world. All right. So be happy and look at it in a different way. Okay. Be positive, guys. Remember, I don't work for people, but you can email me at layerofthewitch@yahoo.com. Visit me on Instagram. Visit me on my Facebook page and text me and communicate with me. And yeah, tomorrow I'll be sharing with you guys about servitors, egregores, and topaz. But I'm going to do a witchy talk, okay? It's going to be a witch talk, so you can listen to it in the background. All right, until next time, witches, stay wicked. Bye.